Hey YouTube, we're back with a little more Peglin today. We're going to play our Balladin. No crucibles yet. Balladin is your kind of defensive character. You get some Ballwark at the very beginning based on your orb's highest damage or the number of orbs. It's like a block, and he also kind of scales with Muscircle, which is like your base attack damage, and he also has a lot of piercing attacks. So let's see what we have. We got heal every time the board is refreshed. Whenever effect causes you to gain Muscircle, gain Ballwark 2. And heal when you reload 6. Added advantage can really work well with a lot of the other things that we do with this character. So let's start off with that. So we don't have anything to gain us Muscircle yet, but we're definitely gonna keep our eyes open for that. As usual, we'll just kind of try to collect as much gold here. Although the earlier we can kill this front log dude, the better. Let's get in, try to get in on this bomb here. As if we can kill him back further, it's better. But no, we have some piercing attack here. We go for the crit. Or let's go for the bomb. Maybe we'll get bounced back up and hit that crit. Nope. Nope. But yeah, you got a couple like points of defense built in, which is nice. Refreshes are in a little bit of an odd position, but we're okay taking a little bit of damage here. All right. Oh my Gorb. I don't want to be destroying pegs yet. Rub Orb, I do enjoy. I think let's pass there. I do really like Rub Orb. It's honestly one of my favorites. But we're gonna pass on it. We have a direct line to a shop, but I think I'd rather go to the second shop because who knows what this event is. We could get there with like little to no gold, so we'll try going to the shop after the elite. Upgrade an orb, level 3 spear. And now we want to, it doesn't matter if we go right or left. Let's go right. Right as I point left. Let's go left. Never guaranteed a fight either way after this. Let's target that bat. They get here in a hurry, so grab that gold. Grab that gold. All right, we got Bramble. Protect Orb deals no damage. Gain full Ballwark. So, I'm not a huge fan of Protect Orb due to the no damage. I know it gains more Ballwark than some of the other orbs, but can target any enemy, deals 6 unblockable self damage. We're gonna pass here. Nothing I am crazy about. Let's hope we get into this elite fight. Thank God. We're going to try to open up this middle so we can get our next shot down in there. Nice spear attack, maybe pierce a bunch of stuff. Maybe hit a couple bombs if we're lucky. That works. So I do have an available refresh, but we're gonna, as I try to hit some of these bombs first. Not always the easiest to uncover. We're most likely we're gonna take a couple smacks here, but let's see, bomb gets the kill. So okay, still nothing. I'm really hoping to find something that gives us Muscircle. We don't have that yet. We are heading to a shop though. Bombs deal 20 damage, or whenever a crit is hit, convert 2 pegs to crits. We want to avoid crits because if we're working off Muscircle, that's our base damage. Less crits on the board, the better. So, guess we could also keep our eyes open for bomb relics now. I could greed for some gold, but I'd rather really just sneak in there. Sneak in there and get to the shop. A couple more gold could have got us a second relic if we really needed it, but alright, out of the relics, aims longer, don't need that. Bulls and bottom bounce, extra bouncy, don't care about that. Molten gold, not crazy. So nothing down here I'm super excited about. I normally like Ice Circle, but that is one that pierces additional enemies based on critting. And we're not trying to crit as much. Bold Orb can be fun. Just the big orb that rolls along the ground, so it doesn't hit any flying enemies, but hits all ground enemies. I'm assuming those were our 2 shops for this floor. Well, there's another shop at the end, but let's take a Bold Orb and let's remove a Pebble. Warp Hammer, I want to like this orb, but it never seems to work as well as I want it to. It's dense, so it doesn't have the same flight, although Bold Orb, I believe, is also dense. So it doesn't have the same flight as most of your other orbs. But it does have overflow, so any excess damage will like roll over and trample to the next enemy, but I don't know. I just never seem to have luck with that. Okay. See, offerings, kind of interesting. Deal self-damage, 2 self-damage per enemy hit. I didn't realize that was per enemy hit. I thought that was just kind of on use. But it attacks all enemies. How does that level up? You know what? I'm gonna take that too. Because I believe the higher your damage gets, the more, like further it goes on the screen. How do I keep slowing down my speed? I do it by hitting F, but I don't even realize I'm doing it. What are you? After losing health from self-damage, gain 2 Ballwark. Okay, so that actually works nice with that offering that we just grabbed. And we do have a bomb relic, so I would happily take pretty much any of these, but if I could pick, I'd pick the one in the middle. And I'd pick this one third, but alright, where are we going? Take another fight. It's got a couple orbs. We need some gold to upgrade them. Alright, so Bulldorp's gonna miss everybody up here, unfortunately. Alright, so this will hit, like I said, I think it depends on the number of, like the damage, depending on how far it goes. I wonder if they switched that up. I honestly don't remember it being like that. Let's see if we can get down that little patch of bombs over here. Oh, more bats. I thought we were all done. Alright, finally got something that gives us Muscircle, although it deals self-damage once again. Lessens the more you go up. Let's take it. Too bad we didn't get that relic that gives us Ballwark based on damage. Oh, I was hoping to be able to upgrade it too. Could be a little dangerous going into this elite fight with a bunch of unupgraded orbs. Some extra HP. Get out a couple pieces of gold. All right, the Minotaur guy. Let's ride the bullhorns here. Hopefully drop down and maybe hit a crit. Oop, mouse is being funny. I'm just gonna pop the battery back in. Hopefully I don't shoot by accident while I'm doing this. Let's see, I could skip it, but let's... Oh, I was really hoping to at least hit the crit. Didn't even hit the second one either. All right, so I think we have 2 more tosses. He's gonna set up his swing on his next turn and then hit us the following turn. So let's hope we can get the kill before then. All right, and see, we're at the point where our base damage has passed up our crit damage. So if we can avoid crit damage, that would be preferred. Perfect. He really smacks you hard. Here's some Bucklorb. This is the one I like better. So let's take that. We've really gotten a lot of pieces here. We just haven't got to upgrade anything yet. We got Piercing. We've got Muscircle. We've got Ballwark. So I like where we're at. Now the question is which one to upgrade. Maybe this one. I feel like Orbrasion on the right screen can really, really hurt you. Whenever bombs are created, create an additional bomb, or bouncers contribute to damage. We do have a bomb relic. Sure. Make our way down, possibly towards another elite fight. You know what, this bomb almost kills everything. Okay. So I think we're probably done getting some new orbs for a little bit. Health is still good. Up damage on offering. And I think we can handle this elite fight. Offering, that's really good to hit at the beginning here. Let's see, I guess we can try to hit this refresh over here. Keyword try. That refresh is in an awkward position. Not the most graceful fight, but we're gonna get out of here in an okay position. Highway Orbery. We have a lot of orbs. Like sometimes if I don't have a lot, or I have a good gold kind of machine, Highway Orbery can be a nice high damage orb, but let's creep all those up to 2. Pumpkin Pie. Each shot, a random slot becomes a portal that can teleport orbs to the top of the pegboard up to 3 times. Or deal extra damage the longer your orbs are in flight. Pocket Watch usually seems to add minimal damage. Pumpkin Pie at least in my experience with it, always seems like I never hit the right pocket. Maybe we'll try it. And sometimes when you do hit the right pocket, you just kind of zoom back down through the bottom because you've already cleared out a section of the map. But okay, pumpkin pie already proving me wrong. Oh, I thought it was on Sphere. That's fine. Gives us a little more opportunity to collect a little more gold. Okay. We don't have enough gold to buy anything. Good thing I didn't want anything there. All right. Pumpkin pie's actually doing some good stuff here. Maybe I'm just dumb and I just don't aim towards it enough. Which is very possibly the case. Guess we could hit the bomb. Good aim for the refresh. I think we're just going to go for bombs again. Yeah, see, that's the pumpkin pie experience I'm used to, but we already have an abrasion. Gravity is reversed, but ceiling bounce is massively increased, and orbs pass through pegs while traveling downwards. That's a little, like, mind-bending using this after playing so many hours of Peglin. Safety pegulations. Projectile attacks pierce 2 additional enemies, but bombs deal 75% less damage. Not that we're relying on bombs. I wouldn't be mad if we had a little more synergy to go along with the perfected reactant. Electropegnet, the only downside to this is possibly hitting more crits. But we're going to take that one. All right, we got the wall. I think we'll be okay damage-wise when we get to the wall, but... Guess we could still hit that crit. We'll save our Bulldorb till the board's full. Doesn't matter if we hit the crit or not right now. Crits and regular damage is the same. All the refreshes are down bottom. Always nice to end with a little bit of Ballwark, you know. Full health. All right. Upgrade. How about Bulldorb? One issue I do see with this deck so far, we don't have anything that targets, which could become an issue on some certain fights in Act 2. Map any late shops so we can spend our money now. There's a lot of events in Act 2 that let you get rid of pebbles. So let's go right. Remove an orb. Yes, please. I believe these guys take double damage from this type of attack, so yes. So eventually, I mean, I will want another orb or two. I guess rub orb's not terrible. Like I said, it is one of my favorites. Simple, but fun. I guess we can use up some of this Ballwark for navigation. Bombs detonated while navigating provide 5 extra gold. Remove an orb or remove all orbs. You can remove an orb. So we got rid of our last couple pebbles. Hunt down that crit. Hunt down that crit. That didn't even have to. This little mage dude's about to have his day messed up. Base damage increases, lower your health is. I'd rather not play that game. Alright, we got one of those rainbow slimes, which adds gold to your board. So if you kill him, he adds a lot more, but he'll kind of leak some out if you hit him a little bit. So another sphere. I don't think we need another one. Shuffle crits and refreshes. No, we can pass on that. I would prefer if we could get our hands on like one more form of Muscircle edition. I want to slide down right through here. And I fat fingered it, but it worked out, I think. All right, there's some Muscircle there. Flying enemies, yeah. The one on the left's the one we want. Please, thank you. Yeah, so we will get a little bit of extra Ballwark. And then down here, I guess maybe the shop here. Elite's not bad either, but and I don't have to worry about having a lot of health going into this boss. We will refill to full health after beating him, assuming we beat him, because he won't do any direct damage to us. So even if this was a hard elite fight, like we can recover. I think we just let it go and let Jesus take the wheel. All orbs have Echo 10, so it's 10% of our damage gets passed on. You know what? I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel again. So we have the shop still. It's the rat chef. We'll rat him out. Or the rat chef, the Peglin chef. Let's rat him out. It's kind of, I believe, counts as an elite fight, so. if you're able to find the egg in chapter 1 from the tree and you give it to him, you get a cake relic, which adds a ton of HP. I forget exactly how much it is, but it's kind of like a hidden thing that I didn't know about for the longest time, and then even after learning about it, was still very hard to do. To get both those events and then not have to use the egg, like. At least, let's see. Yeah, okay, we at least killed the front guy. I think he might be dead. Oh, we didn't even have to shoot the orb because the bombs killed him. Okay. I am not healing here. Whenever a positive status effect affects yourself, increase that amount by 1, or whenever you lose health, deal 7 times that amount to all enemies. No, this will add extra Ballwark. It'll add extra Muscircle. While Ring of Pain can be fun, our kind of game plan for this guy is to keep Ballwark up and not lose health, so. I am not excited about any of these orbs. Bully Ball could possibly be the only one that I'm semi-interested in between these two self-damaging orbs. After you are attacked, the attacker receives damage equal to 5 times your remaining Ballwark. I like that. Start a battle game with Muscircle. What's this one? Oh, whenever you gain Muscircle, increase the amount by 1. I was thinking this was giving us 1 Muscircle. It's increasing it. Let's take the Spiral Slayer, and let's take the Repostal Service. These 2 knights are just here to kind of soak up damage from your first attack or 2. Shooting over towards the refreshes. Of course, we don't hit any. 21 base damage already. So yeah, this is the point where we do want to start avoiding crits because they will severely impact our damage. So, and we are heading straight for them. Hey, how about that? I thought for sure we would have hit a crit on that last shot. Yeah, actually, one of the Crucible difficulty increases is to remove a crit from the board. Like, that's one of the rare occasions that I can think of where a Crucible difficulty usually feels like an actual buff for this guy. So, like, Pebble's such an, or Pebble, Rub Orb's such an unassuming orb, but it's such good damage. Just due to all the extra bouncing around it does. Okay, nothing here. Okay, orbs get +2/+0, but contain 1 less crit. I do like that one. That is definitely the one we're taking. So if this was a higher Crucible level, we would have 0 crits on the board right now. We'll be down to 1, so just decreases our chances of getting a crit. still have room for like another orb or two, but we're gonna have to find them soon. Let's actually, oh, as I say, let's try to slide over towards the crit, but we're actually base damage higher already, so. Okay, nothing super exciting here. Got a shop on the left and another shop later. Check out what event this is. Oh, we can fight an Act 1 boss. Let's go mess him up. I think I forgot. He's doing damage to himself when he attacks us. Orbust is another Muscircle, and it gets this Ballwark too. I will take that. Not the most exciting, but let's see. Enemy damage, resistance, and become weakness instead. The only place I really know that this works, and I could be wrong, is like Act 2 when you're doing like the shield people. I don't know if it works like on mirrors too. We could make extra bombs. Who is our boss? Okay, we got the Minecraft boss. Or the Minesweeper boss, not the Minecraft boss. Let's take this. I'm not sure. I don't think bombs are gonna be a huge part of what we're doing right now. Of course, my two piercing ones are all the way at the bottom, but we've got 29 Ballwark, so a couple of red bombs don't scare us one bit. Ballanks is definitely a good one. I don't need it, but it especially upgraded to level 3 already. It is a targeting orb, does deal splash damage, so. You know what? I am going to take it. I lied. Sometimes this boss can become a little annoying with his little minions he keeps shooting out. That might be a way for us to target him directly. Oh, actually, it's like the perfect orb for here. I know we're going to do a little less damage since we're hitting a crit, but it feels like the place to shoot it on the board here. One more, maybe? Yeah. Okay, we opened up this path to... Oh, I said we opened up the path to the elite, but... It's a little unfortunate, but... It's alright. Oh, I thought I was going down the pie hole. Make sure we got the ball lengths with splash damage, so that's a good place to shoot it. Well, that crit phased out, although it wouldn't have mattered much, but the crit phased out right as we were coming. Gains +6 and 1.3 for every one bulwark you have, and then consumes all of your bulwark. This isn't one I use very often. I do have bulwark here. Just curious what it looks like. So it's +1, +2. So right now it would be like a 41, you know, whatever. We're not looking for crit stuff. It would be fine here, but I'm not taking it. Okay, so we're missing out on this shop. We still have a chance to go to that shop if we can go left. Bunch of little bomb boys coming. Bulldor will roll right through them. I guess we do have a lot of piercing for the upcoming boss, so not too worried. These guys, you got to be careful. If they make it up to you, they explode in your face instead of just doing damage to you, and do a huge chunk of damage. But we are not really in danger of that right now. And when they explode, they actually, when you kill them, they do damage to the enemy behind, which is nice. By the way, to unlock the Balladin, I believe you have to build up 100 Ballwark. So I believe that's how you unlock him in the first place. It's been a while since I've done it, but if memory serves, it's something along the lines of that. Ball bounce contribute to damage. I do want to go left here because I want to see that shop. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten to this fight in particular on like higher crucible levels and just could not kill these guys fast enough. So disappointing when you get like a nice build going and then like you just hit like your kryptonite in Act 3. You're like, any fight but that fight, I would have been fine. Guess we could try to explode some of these bombs for gold. It was a little unfortunate. Same thing there. Oh, we should have skipped that one because we are, I believe, locked on to that, but... see. I could take a heal. We actually will not for sure have another fight. So let's take a heal just because I think we have more money than we could spend at the shop anyways. Alright, navigation healing, which doesn't matter much at this point. Bombs detonate in one hit. Ambidextrary, reduce self-damage from orbs by 50%. I mean, we have the gold for all of these. I can't upgrade anything I take. Anything I would want to remove. No, I'm fine with it all. Not looking for crits, but won't take additional little crit damage. Yeah, this guy likes to load himself up with little minions in front of him. Kind of have to uncover the board here. Looks like they already showed us where a refresh is, which I'm not used to them doing that. But let's see, the reds, I believe, are... I don't know if they're specifically red bombs. You got your crits here. It'd be nice if we uncovered another refresh. Never mind. Never mind. All right. It's not normally that easy on higher crucible levels, but... All right, the run complete. Nice little run, you know, nothing out of the, you know, it was a nice beginner Balladin run. A little bit of Ballwark, a little bit of Muscircle. All kick ass. All right. You guys take care. I'll catch you next time.